Imagine being so brainwashed by the ruling class establishment that you took every single thing they said as gospel for the entire scamdemic, while still managing to maintain the idea that you were somehow a rebel in the situation. And I suppose that's how it typically works. But then the establishment finally started to pump the brakes just a little bit and tell you that, oh, well, maybe this isn't quite as bad as we initially led you to believe. But now it's too late. You're in too deep. You can't go back. This can never end because the air is deadly. So you write a profanity-laced article demanding that it never end because you enjoy the fear and you like the virtue signaling that you get to do by pretending that you really care about everybody's health and blindly obeying all the nonsensical rules. And as the nonsensical rules slowly start to taper off just a tiny bit, you cry to bring those back like some sort of kid in class reminding the teacher that they forgot to assign homework. Why healthcare professionals who test positive for COVID-19 can continue to work in California. And this is from a website called Broke Ass Stewart. Maybe the Bay Area people will be familiar. Written by a man named Abraham Woodliff, who does run a fairly funny Instagram account called Bay Area Memes. But outside of that, he is a total propagandist and state shill. He says, in all my years of writing, I've never written about something so dumb. Healthcare workers, the people who look after your health, well, according to new rules passed by the state of California, these workers can literally have COVID, and their employer can be fully aware of the fact that they have COVID, and they can still return to work as long as they're asymptomatic. This is bananas. Now, I'm old enough to remember a time that when you were asymptomatic just meant you were healthy, but those days are long gone, and it's funny how this guy who pretty much believed every single thing the state said is now questioning it, and it's totally laced with all these swear words, I guess just to class the joint up. Apparently the state of California doesn't give a F about the pandemic anymore, and that's definitely not true. The pandemic is one of the only things that California cares about, except for maybe racism and climate change. But the pandemic will not end, especially in California, because if it did, they would have a whole bunch of real issues to deal with and a boatload of actual questions to answer. But from where Abraham is sitting, it looks like they don't care because they're now in year 3, finally making people go back to work, even though they've all been forced to take this ineffective pharmaceutical science serum, some against their will. And why are you so mad, bro? Why are you swearing like this? We're literally going into the 3rd year of this, and you're like, WTF, man, why are you rushing people back to work? It's just not safe. And it goes on like this for plenty more swear words until he finally understands that healthcare in the United States is a business. Why is it like this? Is it because we're stupid? Short answer, yes. Long answer, healthcare in the United States is a business. This is not a guaranteed government service. It is absolutely a business. Okay, so congratulations on realizing that healthcare is a business. Literally nobody ever said that it wasn't a business except for maybe communist Bernie Sanders. And I'd be willing to bet that this guy does support Bernie Sanders. But why didn't he notice this at the beginning when hospitals were basically being paid to put people on ventilators? And does he keep that same energy with the big pharma mafia that is forcing people to become living, breathing science experiments? And did you not object to any of the crazy restrictions over the past 2 years that they implemented? And now finally that they might just a little bit be starting to back off of it a tiny, tiny bit. You're saying, oh no, well, this is crazy. It's just not safe yet. I mean, how can we possibly have these people going back to work? It doesn't make any sense. It's not safe at all. What is it going to take, bro? Is it going to take 2 more years of full-fledged brainwashing to get you back into some semblance of reality, which of course will never happen because we have stories like this? Restaurant owner donates 10,000 KN95 masks to Oakland Unified School District. So this is a permanent reminder that children should remain afraid, and this news station is promoting it as though it's some sort of amazing gesture of humanitarianism. And why should kids be allowed to see each other's faces and laugh and talk and share lunch and fresh air? All of that stuff is overrated. You should just wear your mask, wear 2 masks, actually. Get the shot, get the second shot, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th shot. Stay 6 feet apart. Live in a bubble, put up plexiglass, or you might just catch a cold.